inspirational activities, a speaker series. Then in the discovery stage, we provide and run startup sessions together with other institutions such as القرى or with Badir, etc. And here we provide coaching, education, mentoring, and then the best of the project move up to Venture Lab, and we provide further coaching, mentoring without giving them any money. And the best out of them, move them up to seed fund, where they for the first time get money. And afterward, the next stage would be venture fund. But now the lean startup model is right in the middle. It's a venture lab program, what we call. So in our lean startup program, what we call venture lab, it's a 10 weeks program where we turn an idea into a real startup in 10 weeks. It's not about writing a business plan. It's also not about executing a plan. Entrepreneurs spend most of the time outside the building. After the first session, they go really outside the building and talk to customers. They use these tools and they pitch at the end in front of judges and investors. It's an absolute what we call the lean startup, which is a 100% fat-free program. This is the program. It's a 10 weeks program. We use the business model canvas, as mentioned, and as well the customer development program. So one way, in order to make our entrepreneurs 100% really absolute customer driven, is we ask them, we do several exercises. And one of the exercises that we do is what we call the 5 real exercise. So we ask our entrepreneurs, think about a project that you could turn into a cash revenue in not just 2 months or 2 weeks or 2 days, but in 2 hours. I just repeat, think about a project, any kind of project, that you could turn into revenues in just 2 hours. This sounds really like a mission impossible. And for many people, it's mission impossible, but the entrepreneurs actually did it. In the beginning, I mentioned, how can we do it without a product and without a seed fund? So with the product, we couldn't help them. But with the seed fund, we told them, you're going to get a big envelope. Once you have an idea, after 20 minutes, you go outside the building, and we're going to give you an envelope full of seed fund. But they didn't know how much is inside. So after the 20 minutes, they went outside the building, and then we gave them the big envelope. And then I opened the envelope, and I got another shock because there was only 5 real. So at the end of the exercise, the entrepreneurs generated 1,600 real after 2 hours. It was just amazing. They probably learned in these 2 hours more than in a year of a business school. This was one of the exercises that we did in order to make them really customer driven. This is the last round that we had in Venture Lab Spring 2013 that we just finished a week ago. And maybe before we come to that, and I just have to say that in the last 3 rounds, we had, in all of the rounds, people from القرى as the winner. In this Venture Lab round, and the 2 other rounds, it was amazing. As I always say, we have the Bakara at Kaust. So congratulations to القرى. Here are just 2 examples of startups that are a little bit relevant from here from Mecca. We had, for example, Mecca Window. There are 2 entrepreneurs here from Mecca. They developed a next generation of an app that you can just take it in front of, for example, Kaaba, or in Mina, you take it in front of Mountain Uhud. And then it shows you actually the history coming back to life. So instead of showing just a hill, it shows all the fights that were going on, etc. They won a Seed Fund award last semester and doing great. One of the new startups that we're doing right now, also in collaboration with القرى, it's Hajj. It's a project called Hajj that focuses on crowd management. In Hajj, as we all know, it's very much crowded, and there's several security issues associated with it. With crowding. There are, for example, 176 bi-directional crowd doors, very, very, very crowded. And the cameras that I use, they capture around 70% accuracy, which means 30% inaccuracy. Out of 3 minutes will be 1 million. So they're developing now a technology, it's a hardware and software tool, to increase the accuracy by another 20%. The aim is to have an accuracy of more than 90% in the next two years. Last but not least, just as kind of a bottom line of what we have done so far, we established the Entrepreneurship Center in September 2011. We more than 2,500 participants participate in our activities. We developed 250 entrepreneurs. They started startup businesses. 6 of them raised capital, internal and external capital. One of them won the ArabNet. I see Omar Casidas over here. Out of the 10 startup ideas in this main event in Riyadh, out of the 10, 2 were actually from Chaos Venture Lab, and one of them won. And end of last year, we were honored to receive the top award, part of the Global Entrepreneurship Summit, and also selected to be part of the World Entrepreneurship Forum. Thank you very much, and back to you.
Thank you, Ahmed, and thank you for keeping the time. It's perfect. I think what آسف أتكلم الأستاذ أحمد أوضح لنا بشكل مهم جدا إلى أن دور المؤسسات، دور الجهات الراعية في زيادة فرص نجاح المؤسسات الصغيرة والناشئة خاصة في مجالات الابتكار. للأسف الشديد ما عندنا أرقام عن مستوى فشل المؤسسات الصغيرة والناشئة خاصة في الابتكارية والريادية في المملكة. في الدول الغربية مثل ما تفضل الأستاذ أحمد، الأرقام 90% من المؤسسات تموت أو تفشل. هذا أرقام ممكن تأكد منها في الدول الأجنبية، الدول اللي تعتمد على آليات للتحقق من مستوى نجاح وحياة حياة المشاريع الصغيرة. للأسف السعودية ما الدول العربية الأخرى فيه نقص في هذا ما نقدر نعرف، لكن واضح تماما أن عندنا فشل، نسبة الفشل عالي، وواضح تماما احتياجنا إلى مؤسسات الراعية لزيادة فرص النجاح. قضية أيضا نموذج العمل التجاري، أيضا سبق أن عملنا في برنامج بادر ودرسنا إلى أن الخطة العمل التجاري التقليدية يجب أن يعاد النظر فيها، لأن الريادي يحتاج إلى آلية ووسيلة أو نموذج سريع قابل للتغيير بسرعة. المشكلة الآن لما كنت في زيارة لنيويورك، خطة العمل التجارية بدأت تضمحل وبدأ يركز على نماذج مثل نماذج العمل التجاري. في المملكة للأسف الشديد ما زلنا نعتمد على خطط العمل التجارية، خاصة لما نكون في بنوك أو نروح نبحث عن تمويل. طيب، فيها المتحدث القادم التالي جوزيف من اسبانيا يعتذر عن الحضور، لكن وهذا احسن يعطينا وقت. كان بينقل لنا تجربه اسبانيا في تنميه، وهي اسبانيا الدوله الاقتصاديه، الدوله اللي لها دور كبير وتاريخ عريق في الاقتصاد وفي الاعمال في التجاره الدوليه. كان بينقل لنا تجربه اسبانيا وتجربه المنطقه اللي هو فيها، في كيف استطاعت ان تجذب الاستثمارات الاجنبيه. انا الان بتكلم عن الدكتور اسامه فياض. استاذ اسامه زياده يعني على قولتهم نار على علم، ينطبق عليه الوصف بجميع التفاصيل. هو اطول واحد في الحضور بلا منازع. وهو رجل حقق نجاح على مستوى عالمي. يعني كان في اتوقع الفلوس اللي حصلها من شغله في ياهو اكثر من الفلوس اللي حصلها من اوسيس 300. ما ادري، يمكن لا، لكن فعلا حضوره، مجرد حضور شخص باهميه ووزن دكتور اسامه الى المنطقه اثر فعلا واثار الانتباه الى تجربه